Okay, so divine masculines. Okay, energies for your divine feminine from the 17th. Of course, it's like, my apologies, the eve of the 17th, but nonetheless, these energies, messages from your divine feminine, um, will continue to, pervade throughout to the 20th of November. That is on Saturday, the Attorney, Day of Cronus, and I feel like she's in this energy. I feel like time is of the essence where this frequency that she's currently in is concerned, because like she's in the Six of Cups frequency, divine masculines, and this is a good frequency to be in, but it's also a very timely frequency. It is being patient and understanding, and she empathizes. She's in the spirit of the humanitarian, one who is supportive, not necessarily financially, but also emotionally, and where time is concerned. And she's in this frequency, but she's not gonna always be in this frequency. So I feel like I mentioned this Attorney, Saturday, Day of Cronus, for a reason, because that's the seventh day of the week, the last day of the week before a new cycle begins, before she moves into a completely different frequency. Okay, so you want to ensure that divine masculine, and you're in your feelings. I know how you're not feeling 100%, but you want to ensure that you muster up the courage, muster up the strength, the wisdom to approach her before time runs out. Because I feel like time is of the essence where divine feminine is concerned. Yeah, so I had to clear my throat there. My apologies. So, Six of Cups. Now, she's in this frequency where I'm not gonna say she's most vulnerable, but she's most understanding. She's most open, because though she's closed, but she's open. And so it's like she's not really optimistic about the relationship, but she is understanding of the relationship. She's an understanding of you, life in general, she herself, the whole cycle. And now in your message, it was like, what was that? It don't even make sense. Or was that for the earth signs or earth signs reading for tomorrow? That I did say that in the next card of the day, the card of the day message for November 18, which is tomorrow. But there was something in something that synchronized with that statement that I said in your messages to the divine feminine, because it's like it's still for both of you, but it's mostly about you. And this is still about you, but it's mostly about her, the divine feminine, the feminine energy. And so time is of the essence. And it's not to say that she's back into that frequency of like believing in love and all of that. It's just that she has this window. There's this window of opportunity that is open for you to approach her. So she's most approachable for these few days. And after that, she's just closed down. She's just like, she don't want to deal with whatever she's opening herself up to dealing with for these next few days. Also, I'm getting she's really big on love and compassion, which basically I pretty much said that in a different way. This is like pretty much redundant, me saying the same thing in a different fashion. And she, like I said, is in that humanitarian frequency, wanting to give support and to help. Now, this could be through, through counseling. Because, like, both of you are opposites. When you're down, she's up. When she's down, you're up. And you're all supposed to balance each other and support each other, and so pretty much it's like, okay, you're down. She's been there for you now. Maybe she wasn't before for you. She wasn't there for you in the past. Now she wants to be there for you, because I feel like she's transcending and she's understanding her stuff. She's understanding the cycle, and she realizes that, hey, okay, I see now. We cannot both be up. It just isn't a part of the simulation. It's just not a part of the programming for us to both be up at the same time. And it would suck for both of us to be down at the same time. So she wants to go with the flow. I need to clear my throat again. So she needs to go. She's going with the flow. And yes, it is seemingly a part of the simulation. But the truth is, it's her taking the path of least resistance. Because if it is not this simulation, it's another one. It's just pretty much, there always gonna be some looping and shit. A program, in or out, inside or out. In a way, not entirely, but it's still, whatever is outside is just a wider, vaster, more complex simulation. But pretty much that is life. No wonder people, some people may say life is like a game, because like that's how games are built, algorithms, blah blah blah. Everything is a program. Life, death, school, work, love, hate, solitude, public, or publicity or whatever. But pretty much that's it. Everything is just it's just order within the chaos, or chaos within the order. It's more like order within the chaos. And so people may think that things happen randomly and they're chaotic. They're not. Here I go teaching again. But I feel like it's to help you. Divine masculine, it's to enlighten you. No, divine masculine. This is your message. These are your messages from divine feminine. So some bodies, under both y'all ascending or experiencing ascension symptoms. The full moon in Taurus physical senses. So the physical senses are being triggered or given a jump start. Like those that were numb, given a jump start, and those that were pretty much functional, but they need to, move from one level to the next level now, like graduation time. It's like graduating. At least full moon in Taurus. The sight, the 2D sight is like trying to catch up to meet the 3D. The third eye, I should say. These 3D eyes are trying to catch up to meet, I don't know why I said 2D, but I think I know why, because two eyes. Maybe that means something. But these 3D eyes, these two 3D eyes, are trying to catch up to meet the third eye. Okay, and so the eyes are being affected, in terms of like being able to see and seeing, beyond this simulation, seeing outside the simulation, seeing like spirits, like seeing the framework, the spirits, and, the nose being super sensitive, smelling beyond this realm, the ears hearing beyond this realm. Even tasting the individual ingredients in a product or, a meal. But overall, everything is like super sensitive, and so are the physical senses, the spiritual and the physical senses. And so that's why she's so understanding, because she's seeing things from a whole different perspective. But Not because she's seen things from a whole different perspective and she understands now. It's just pretty much a simulation that, you know, when she's up, you gotta be down. This is how it is. You know, polarities and, you know, negative polarity, positive polarity. It's just pretty much how it's supposed to be. There is balance. Subconsciously there is. It's just got to be that way. Outside of that, it's just nothingness. And so she's like seeing that, whether it's in a different light or from a different perspective, but it's still it's the same message. You know, I should say different vantage point, but it's the same message, pretty much the same lesson. So she's like, she got a whole lot of love, and this is so obvious. Like, people can see this on her. This love, this maturity, this patience, this, you know, nurturing frequency, this maturity. Like, if she normally like block you in a jiffy, like when you be like acting a fool, she's like just patiently waiting on you to come around, but she's not gonna play the runner, at least not for more than, you know, these 3 days or beyond, you know, Saturday. She's just pretty much being understanding, but she's not a loser. She's not pathetic. She's not desperate. So divine feminine, you know, she's supportive at this time. She could be spending time doing humanitarian work, helping, you know, the less fortunate, spending time with her offsprings or children, you know, family time, you know, engaging in family time. As well, she could be, you know, engaging in, for those who do not have children, in stoicism, meditation, artistic work. Could just be like, you know, therapeutic work, like, you know, painting, you know, writing poems, you know, and she's a, you know, an influencer. She's like, you know, doing inspirational speeches and inspirational videos. You know, if she's online, Sila, you know, she could be like, you know, whatever she posts, regardless of the nature of what she posts, these posts for these next few days are really uplifting, enlightening. You know, she's studious, also really studious this time. She wants to tell you that she understands. She's got her arms wide open for you. She feels like she has enough maturity and enough strength and enough, you know, this could be financial support for some. It's not for everybody, but she has enough of something that is useful for somebody here. Now, this could be financial support, emotional support. This could be wisdom, enlightenment, but she has, you know, to give to others right now. So she has so much of something that she wants to give away. She wants to give back. Okay? She wants to help others to manifest in their lives what she has manifested in hers. Black Cat Gulak, I'm getting that. Okay? Some of you could be dealing with someone who's like 31 years old, or you're 31 years old, okay? Or something that happened when someone was 31 years old. This could be you or her, as well as age 13. For some of you, this could be, you know, her engaging in sex, okay? But also, you know, whatever she's doing, even if this is like humanitarian work, this is pretty much something, you know, that she's doing silently. This is not something that she's broadcasting, like if she's actually giving people money and stuff like that. This isn't something she's broadcasting, because the feminine energy, it is not boisterous. It is not, you know, attention seeking. That's really, truthfully, to be honest, that's really the masculine energy, always wanting to be seen. So she's studious right now. Maybe she's like, you know, I don't feel like she's like having a, you know, mental slip, like, or like she's like relapsing, and well, for some this could be the case, like PTSD, also OCD. Like I said, when you're up, she's down. So if you're not, in that, PTSD, depression kind of frequency, she's in that. And like for these few days, like whenever you like seem to be getting better, she's gonna be like going down low. So this could be, a shift in between you and the feminine energy. Okay, but she's nonetheless also undergoing a transition. Okay, and that's why she's so supportive, because she knows that she needs the support during this transition. And so being nurturing and empathic, she's given what she also wants in return, which is understanding, support, nurture, nurturing, caring, texting, stuff like that. But I'm also getting exercising. Some of her feminines are exercising, getting their bodies in shape. Okay, we've got some of the feminine energy doing stuff at home. Now this could be like chores, stuff that they haven't gotten to get done, throughout the, my apologies, that's a burp, throughout the year. They're getting that done these next few days. It's so sad, but the feminine could be also gullible at this time. For some, we're not at that high vibration. Engaging in escapism, like like smoking, taking drugs. This could be hard drugs, taking pills, popping pills, stuff like that. Some, rather than really engaging in taking care of their chores, they could be pretty lethargic and a bit lazy, not doing much. She's super moist this time, like her nana. Okay, now this could be, she is like really wanting to engage in sexual activities, sexual intercourse. So that could be the reason why. Okay, because the body reacts a certain way based on based on the frequencies abounding or surrounding that body of energy. Okay, so she wants to engage in sexual activities, sexual intercourse. So her vagina, her nana, her womb, her ovaries, they're all going along with that flow. Okay, and when a woman is aroused, that's what happens. Down there gets moist. Like, a lot of times men like, oh, she's so dry. Well, that's just because she's not attracted to you. Okay, a lot of times. But then again, it all also has to do, everything is everything. It also has to do with the woman's frequencies and energies, her natal aspects. I did say she's really understanding and really like gracious at this time, really forgiving and understanding, emotionally aware of whatever is going on, and that's why she's in that understanding frequency, because she also needs it in return. She needs it reciprocated. Super creative, I did say that. Okay, she has hope, but it's not to say hope to continue in the cycle with you, but hope that in spite of this, could be wanting to reconcile or to continue in that relationship, that cycle. But it could also be hope that, okay, now I know this is a cycle, I'm gonna get over it and just go with the flow. It is what it is. What can I do? A lot of walking, like I said, exercising and stuff like that. And I did say she is undergoing ascension. Okay, and the full moon in Taurus is aiding that. But also where she is at this, it's like everything's like falling into place. Okay, fantasizing a lot, really imaginative at this time, and it's like, I believe in angels. It's like really, 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 I don't want to say lucid, but just really, I don't want to say childish either, but just really, really, really believing. Really spiritual, okay? Yeah. thinking a lot about death and, you know, the afterlife and stuff like that. Now, she could be surrounded by death. You know, maybe she recently lost, you know, someone close to her. Okay. But she does want to engage, like I said, in sexual activities. She is undergoing a purge because she's facing, you know, deep core truths, and, you know, facing her shadow self also, and realizing, you know, I haven't been supportive to my divine masculine as I should have been. You know, I was just really selfish, you know, thinking that he is without feelings, and we all got feelings. It's just that you express yours um in a different way, and she's kind of like seeing things from your perspective, and if not, she's just being understanding of, you know, the difference, the fact that both of you are different bodies of energies. Okay. Now, if she's like a student, or if she likes to study, she's into philosophy, she could be studying mysteries, life and death, or like esoteric knowledge. She could be like looking into a lot of that. So she could be studying even a lot of like history, you know, more from a could be scientific, but, you know, also more from a kind of spiritual, also psychedelic, also fantasy kind of perspective. But that doesn't mean it's not true, because truth is stranger than fiction, and that's real. Paid her taxes, so she could be dealing with, you know, her taxes, paying, this could be property taxes, you know, paying bills, thinking about her bills, you know, planning, you know, budgeting for her bills. She could be dealing with, you know, inheritances this time of the year. You know, this could be, like I said, if she has death in her family, she could be, you know, going through, you know, the filings, you know, the legalities in regards to, you know, receiving receiving, you know, this inheritance. What do they call that again? Yeah, so she could be filing her taxes at this time. Also, I am getting like this could be similar, like if, especially if like both of you are in this, like you both live together, you or a couple together, you know, both of you could be at the beach together, just like chilling out, just really just chillaxing at the beach, by the beach side. Or this could just be really synchronistic. You are somewhere else at the beach, and she's somewhere else at the beach, you know. But she's like going over memories, also going down memory lane. Like, you know, like maybe you're not in connection with your divine feminine. Maybe you're both separated. She's thinking about you. And I did get from you divine masculine, because your messages to her, the card was what was the 4 cups, and she's a 6 of cups. Damn. And I remember, like, if I'm not mistaken, that's still the card that's at the bottom of the deck, the 10 of cups. So that's like a completion there. Both of you are balancing out each other, like 10 completion to a new beginning. She's at 6. You're at 4 now. She could be more spiritually awakened than you are masculine. Okay? And that's why she is so understanding, because she has been there where you are at now, and she's past, you know, that point in her life of being really, really heartbroken and depressed and hopeless, feeling like it don't even make any sense. But she's accepted what is. She's accepted maybe the simulation, you know, what is happening, and knows that eventually when this simulation is to end, it will end, and there will, you know, inevitably be a new one. And it's just pretty much amongst the things, amongst the group of things that cannot be changed. And I remember saying this in a particular reading, reciting this, you say gem, God, or whoever you reverend, is a deity, great spirit, universe, give me the courage to change the things that I can change, the serenity to accept the things that I can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I feel like she is she done said that, and she done, been like seeing the things that are, unchangeable, that are inevitable, that are bound to happen. It don't matter what you know or realize, it just is. And she's just accepting things. Like I said, she's going with the flow. She's like, that's what she's doing. That's pretty much her routine right now. That's Six of Cups frequency. But she's nonetheless nostalgic, and I feel like that's really helping her to go along with the flow. Because in reflecting on past experiences, especially love, sexual, intimate connections, don't have to be sexual, because overall, sometimes you find you're in a new cycle, and the karmic isn't a sexual lover. It's like a relative, a neighbor, a family member. You find that the karmic frequent position or person shifts, and it just pretty much just goes to show, okay, that's the algorithm. It's just like, even if you decide to stay single, you still got to deal with Saturn. You still got to deal with restrictions. You still got to deal with BS. And like, she's been there, 26. Like, she's been there. But the whole matrix is undergoing a transition. I'm getting that with the 26. So it's like a whole different simulation is coming into being. But there's got to be one, because if you're not going round and around at one end of the infinity, is at the other end, because the twisting of the circle is like really dangerous and difficult, because it creates two circles. So when you think that, you escaped that fucking matrix, man, the loop, you thought you escaped the circle, I should say. You thought, I'm a glitch in this system. I escaped, man. You are in another circle, because it's a loop. If it's not this loop, it's another loop. Loop the loop. Or loop a loop. So loop, man. Loops are dangerous. So she like trying to like get you out of that frequency, divine masculine. That if you listen to your message to her, like, you could be conscious of this message that you're screaming out at her, or not. Maybe it's just your higher self and you're not connected to your higher self, but like, there is like a cup of love being offered to you, man. You're not seeing that shit, and that's her. But then again, there were many cups that were offered to you, and you're like sitting there thinking about all them other cups, them lovers that you lost. Man, get over that shit. That's what she's trying to say, because guess what? It is life. You cannot escape it, because even when you die, you still get reincarnated into another lifetime, whether it's on this celestial body or in another celestial body or a different solar system. It's just like, damn, just deal with it. But it's still gonna be a simulation of some kind. So the only way to be truly free is to accept. Acceptance is the key to be free. Not accept what people create and try to impose on you or force onto you, but accept what is inevitable, what you cannot escape. And that's why that gem is such a gem, because it's so valuable. You want to know what is changeable from what's inevitable, so that you accept what is inevitable and muster up the courage to change what's changeable. And that's why wisdom is so important, because then we won't waste our time, and you won't have to wait until you're 100 years old to realize that, damn, there's nothing I can do about that. And you would have accepted that in your 20s or 30s, and pretty much just like move on. Just move on with the flow. Pretty much, I'm not gonna say 20s, like your 30s. That's when you start to live, after you've had your Saturn return, like 29 years and a half. And I don't really like pay the half any mind, because that's like like death, like going through the valley of the shadow of death before you move over to 30, which is change, you coming into a new life. So I'm gonna say like 30, your 30s. In your 30s, man, that's when you start to live. 31, black cat, good luck. It changed to your vision, it changed to how you see. Oh, that's why I saw 31. I saw 1331 earlier. So the age 13 and age 31 are crucial years. You start to change once you're 13 years old. In a major way. We change every day, but I mean in a major spiritual way. But once you're 31, after you've had your Saturn return, your perspective change. And I feel like it's not good for people to... But then again, I can't say that, because sometimes even procreation, getting married, those are experiences that you got to learn before you have your Saturn return. You got to learn that, hey, I can't be living for my kids only. I can't be living for my husband or my wife only, or my friends or my co-workers, colleagues, associates. Damn! Like, they got their own lives. I got to focus on mine. I can't make decisions based off of what my mama wants for me, or what she wanted to achieve, but she didn't. She failed miserably. Or, you know, what my dad wanted for me, or anybody for that matter. I gotta just be me. And if you like past 31 years old and you don't see that yet, man, that's sad. 32, the least, because 33 is ascended master. She's supposed to ascend at 33. Now that could be literal death, but that could also be just like you becoming a guru and shit, or a master at whatever field or industry that you're in, divine masculine. But 32 is like the break point. That's 5, man. That's change, death, transformation. Like, if you ain't, it's like even a change to your social status, your prestige, whatever. It's like pretty much what you have learned throughout your Saturn, you know, prior to your Saturn return, prior to your Saturn return, and, you know, coming into your 30s, whatever. It's like, if you don't pass, like, 32 is gonna, you know, by 32 you're gonna learn what's coming in for you, man. Like, are you gonna be stuck in the simulation and not be conscious, man, that you're part of a, you know, programming and shit? And that's what separates, I'm getting what separates the greats from the not so greats. Because by 32 years old, that's a crucial point. 5, that's like change to what you got. It changed, like, either you're gonna be wealthy, or you're gonna be poor, or you're gonna be struggling. It's like the 3 divisions of, you know, the nations of the system. Third world, developing, first world. Are you gonna be your first world, or developing, like trying to make ends meet, or a third world, like suffering, man, like Jamaica? Fuck, you gonna choose? But it's how you perceive. That's pretty much, because it's a time for your, you know, like 31, pretty much it's time for your how you see shit to change. Because that's after your Saturn return, and once you're 32, you're pretty much starting to gain what you're supposed to gain. If you were one of little means, then you start coming into your true wealth and stuff like that. Of course, if you're conscious that you're master of your own destiny, and that it's a simulation, and you can manipulate that simulation to your benefit. Now, I feel like that means something to someone here. However you perceive that, because, like, we all have different vantage points. Now, a million people may listen to this, and all y'all got a million different perspective that could be to your benefit, because all 1 million of you are looking at it from a different vantage point. And that's what's beauty. That's what beauty is. That's what variety is. That's what a collective is. It's just a group of, you know, like, people think it's like, okay, it's like it can be similarities, you know, can be the same, but there are always differences and shit. So I'm gonna leave it there, man. So she's transcending. So I see that she has been, well, she's the intuitive one in the connection. You're more the doer. And now your speed is being cut, because that's how you get to learn, by, you know, engaging in introspection, stoicism, and stuff like that. And I'm getting, she has done that, and she has, you know, she's like changing. She's changed. She's changing, and she's waiting on you, but she's not gonna wait forever. You got till Saturday. That's what I'm getting. You like literally got till Saturday. I feel like after Saturday, man, it's not necessarily that she's just gonna decide to move on. I feel like the great spirit is gonna like force her to move on. Now this could be spirit's gonna send an opportunity her way that's gonna take her completely and forever out of your hands. This could be someone else. This could be a whole different masculine coming in. Whew. Because she's got work to do. And she's got work to get done with a masculine. Whether she's in love, yes or no, but she's got work to do. And she realizes that now, that it ain't always about who you're attached to. That's like a weakness. And so if you're not ready, like I feel like I heard this in an intuitive reading before. This wasn't my reading, but probably I've done a reading on this before in a different way, from a different perspective, from a different vantage point. But I heard that, like, the moment I'm saying this now, I'm like remembering. It's like jogging my memory. I'm like, she's got work to do, and she realizes that now. She realizes her purpose, the true purpose, her true north node, what that really entails, and she's ready to get to work. Now, it don't matter how deeply or passionately in love she was with you, or how deep the connection was. She's more focused on her life purpose, and having purpose, and having meaning, and being valuable, and being valued. Not that she's stuck on reputation and shit like that, but if you're a part of any simulation and not fulfilling your role, you become a bug, you become a problem. And those get eradicated. Glitches are important because they cause us to stop and process stuff. But then they get smoothed out, ironed out, so shit can flow. So she's ready to flow. Like I said, she's already in that frequency, and she's like waiting on you. Like, whether she's conscious that she's waiting on you, but she is waiting on you. And by Saturday, that's like she's gonna move on. If you're not by her side, she's gonna be done completely with this cycle with you. It's going to be her starting a new cycle, whether it's with a new masculine or herself. But it's, you know, if you don't get out of your mood and recognize it's like a simulation and be strong enough, then pretty much it's like spirit saying, okay, divine masculine, you not ready. You deserve some lower level divine feminine that is more suitable to your pace, or for your pace. Because like she's ready to move, and you just like stuck on some shit that you lost, or somebody who's dead. Like, we know death is like, it's not easy, but man, life goes on. So either you're going to decide or choose that, okay, you're going to die with those people who died, or those connections that died, or you're going to move on with your life. Because it don't matter what you choose, she's gonna move on. She's choosing to flow, because that's what divine feminines do. They flow. They're Cancer frequency, water. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. That's all. That's if she could talk to you right now, like on a spiritual level, that's what she would say to you. She's ready to move on. Okay, she understands. She does empathize with you, you know, for your losses, whether this was something that happened years ago or a few months ago, recently, whatever, you know, or just like a few days ago or today. She empathizes, but that's the past. Death is the past. The future is life, and she's moving into that direction. There's hope in the future. There's no hope in the past. Like we ain't gonna return to the past unless that's, you know, through, you know, sleep, astral traveling, astral projection, you know, traveling the spiritual realm. But there ain't no this physical, you know, form from the simulation. There ain't no it going back to the past. It can only go forward. It's restricted. Yeah, the form, yeah, it's restricted in that way. The spirit is not. It can travel past, present, future. But the form, it is restricted. And so is the matrix. Okay? So everything got their weaknesses and their strengths. So she's ready to go. So to move on. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Namaste, Divine Masculines.